Hello and welcome to another optics trade review. We're going to be talking about the features of a red dot sight made by the American company c.more this time. Their slogan is World Champion Sights, and this slogan is not that far-fetched because these are actually used by world champions. Especially the STS, STS2, RTS and RTS2, which are c.more's reflex red dot sights, are highly popular among IPSC shooters that use a pistol. The brand c.more is highly popular in America, but is gaining in popularity also here in Europe in the recent years. In this review we're going to be talking not about STS or RTS, but about their railway sight. To be more specific, this is the TRWB4 model. And actually this means Tactical Railway Model in black with a 4 MOA dot. We'll say more about this later on in the review. And this is also not their slide ride version, which is very similar. The slide ride version is made for IPSC pistols used for IPSC open, and it's almost the same but has a different mounting surface underneath. This one is equipped with a Weaver Picatinny platform and is thus suitable for an AR platform. First we have to point out the most interesting thing about this red dot, or the second most interesting thing. This is the length of this device. So it's 12 millimeters long, which is really unusual in the field of red dot sights. But considering the fact that this has been made from almost since c.more was founded, and it's still in production, it says a thing or two about its quality, and it is a generally well accepted red dot among red dot sight users. And so why is it so long? Maybe partially because it uses a special feature, this model here that projects a dot of 4 MOA in this case, but it can be also replaced with different models of various red dot sizes that I will point out later on. So this is perhaps the reason why this sight is so long and has remained in existence and in production for so long. The width is 32 millimeters and the height, here is the highest point, is 62 millimeters. The diameter of the window is 27 millimeters, and it provides us with enough field of view and also an unobstructed vision because the frame is really thin. The weight is 155 grams. There are quite a few different versions on the market. This is the TRWB4, and the first letter, so the T, means that this is the tactical model. In comparison to the standard model, this model is equipped with a spacer here, and this spacer will, once mounted, align the dot so that it's at lower third co-witness with the iron sights. If we use the standard version, it will be at absolute co-witness, so you have to keep in mind what you want before making a purchase. Then the RW letters mean railway, of course, and B stands for black. So this one is in black, and it's actually available in 5 different colors. We have black, gray, blue, red and olive green. Very interesting to see a red dot sight of this type in red and blue. So a very nice addition as well for someone who wants to stand out of the crowd. But there is more to this. So these are also available in either polymer or aluminum. This one is a polymer version, and this is perhaps the reason why it's so light. Only 155 grams for a dot of this size is really light. And here we also have to know that only the polymer version comes in 5 colors. The aluminum only is available in black. And last but not least, the models are also available either with a continuous intensity regulation such as this one, or a click switch where you have levels that click actually. And yes, quite a lot of models are available in c.more Railway series, and you have to, decide which one is the most suitable for you. I've already mentioned at the beginning the size and the fact that you can switch between different modals that project different dots. And yes, in fact, this is the TRWB4 model, so all models come in by default with the 4 MOA dot, but you can also remove this model here by unscrewing these screws, removing this cover and actually switching it for another, and you will achieve different dot sizes. There are more available on the market, such as 2 MOA, 6, 8, 12 and even 16 MOA. And what's really nice about this is that if you, I don't know, need different dot sizes, you don't have to purchase an entire device. You simply purchase another model, which is not as expensive as a new device would be, and you actually have 2 devices in one, or 3 in one if you purchase more models. Yeah, so to remove it, remove these 2 screws, remove the cap, then remove the model and switch it with another one. Yes, I've already mentioned that we have polymer and aluminum versions. Aluminum versions are a bit more expensive and a little bit more they weigh a little bit more. Underneath we found a Picatinny Weaver mounting platform, and even though that the device is really long, it allows us to move the rear mounting platform for a little bit. So even if you have a smaller Picatinny rail or Weaver rail, you will still be able to mount this device, even though it will not be as aesthetically appealing, but still it will work. I mentioned that this cover is used for the switching between different models. This one is used for batteries. So what's really interesting is that it uses a highly untypical type of battery, so the DL1/3N or 2L76 battery. And because it's so untypical, we unfortunately do not have one at our warehouse at the moment, so I will not be able to show you the dot definition and the intensity levels, unfortunately, in this review. But to access the compartment, unscrew these 2 screws, remove it, and you will be able to switch the battery. Then the windage and elevation adjustments. Here on the side you can see that we have many screws. This is the lock screw. This here is the lock screw here, you can see on the instruction manual for windage, and the 10 for elevation. So unscrew this one if you want to make elevation adjustments, unscrew this one for windage adjustments, and then you just rotate this one for elevation, this one for windage. The disadvantage here is that these screws do not click, so you will not be able to know exactly where you move the point of impact, making the zeroing procedure a little bit more difficult. What regard the illumination and optical capabilities? So if we look through the lens, you will see that there is basically no tint. The objects seen through are not impaired and the colors are real. There is a real 1x magnification as well, allowing us to use it with both eyes open. There is no battery inserted, but there are 12 illumination intensity levels to choose from, enough for all lighting conditions. Daytime bright at maximum setting, and the lowest 2 settings are compatible with night vision devices. So for now there are 8 models available, depending on the settings that you choose. The warranty that the manufacturer provides is 1 year, and the price, so the prices are quite different, but with this model that is made of polymer and that has a continuous intensity setting type, it costs around 340 euros. For the aluminum version you will have to pay 60 euros more, and for click switch additional 60 euros. Now, as regards the scope of delivery, you have this instruction manual that provides you with all the necessary information for the zeroing, mounting, handling, the intensity, and so on. A sticker by c.more, 3 different hexagonal tools because there are many different screw types on this device, and also this box. Just open it. So inside it is protected with foam, so that your side is protected if you're going to store it in here. And now it's time to enumerate some disadvantages and advantages, starting with the good ones, as usually. The first great point is that there are many different options with this red dot. You can switch by different models. You can get different dot sizes. You basically can get 2 in 1 or 3 red dots in one. which is something that we don't see with other manufacturers. So this is actually the only site that I know that has these the option of switching between different models. Then optically it's also on a very high level, extraordinarily good, great colors, no tint, very durable, and the fact that it has was kept in the market for so long, they didn't discontinue it, shows that it is actually very popular among red dot sights users. The disadvantages: the windage and elevation adjustments, they do not produce clicks. Also, it's difficult to actually remember which one of these is the lock screw for elevation and lock screw for windage, and the device itself does not feature such an appealing look. But okay, so this is actually the form factor that has survived for more than 15 years, I think, or at least 10. I'm sure that this device will still be, I don't know, kept in existence for more. It will be kept in production because of this really interesting feature that allows you to switch between different dot sizes. And yeah, if you're looking for an unusual sight for your AR platform and you shoot on different distances, so you need different dot sizes, this is an excellent choice. And of course, remember, c.more, this is not a far-fetched slogan. It's actually used by world champion sites. It has been tested to be very good. Thank you very much for watching. If you found this review useful, like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, check out our other videos. There's more from where this came from, and see you in the next review. Bye! We now have the battery, and I have already installed it into the c.more Tactical Railway site, which is why I can now show you a few illumination intensity levels and also the dot definition. As mentioned earlier in the review, this particular model has a continuous illumination intensity switch and not the click switch that some other models have. I will now show you a few illumination intensity levels. Now it's at the very lowest setting, so it's turned off. I will slowly move towards the highest setting. It's now at the very highest setting, which is also daytime brightness compatible.